speaking of Mary,
Mary,
are we going to do this Portland trip? Is it
I
really
bought my
happening?
ticket.
Oh my God. Okay, so those are the dates. Those are the dates we're going to Portland.
Did you buy a ticket? I thought you did.
I'll buy a ticket now.
I blacked out. Okay.
And then I gave a rec on where we could stay, but my friend sent me a bunch of other things. We can keep looking, but I love it. Yeah. Once you get a place to stay and everyone books the flights, that's the hard part.
That's it. That's all you need.
And I might rent a car because there's some cool places. I think that you can drive a bit and do cool stuff. Oh. And I'm that sounds fun.
It also, might be chilly.
Yeah. So
as
listeners,
you pointed out, yes.
Is there anyone from Portland who can give us some tips?
Yes. Portland, Oregon, not Maine.
Yes, good distinction. And we are going to go Valentine's weekend with the sissies.
It is Valentine's. Sorry, my brain doesn't ever.
Don't worry.
Think about things like that.
I think love comes in all forms, which is our sissies.
Okay.
And it is going to be kind of cold. It might be dreary, but we want to do fun stuff. We're into all the things. Yes. Where should we go? What should we do? Tell us. We're there.
Oh my God. All the things.
Sisters who've seen it. We are the sisters who've seen it. Sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters. Sisters who've seen it.
Hello.
Hello there.
Welcome back, listeners.
Snip, snip. Can you edit in that?
Wow, probably, right?
Okay, yeah.
There's a lot of snipping noises in this movie.
There's so much snipping.
That could be the drinking game movie, everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome back, listeners. I'm going to introduce ourselves so you know who's snipping.
What?
And then I do a little noise right there. Choop, choop, choop. So, listeners, we are the Sisters Who've Seen It, the podcast where two sisters who are not movie critics look back on some of our favorites throughout the years through a psychological, ethical, and familial lens. I'm Katie.
I'm Bridget.
Okay, the only quote I have right now is kind of a emotional one, and it's, before he came down here, it never snowed, and afterwards, it did. That's my Winona Ryder acting as a 90-year-old impression. How'd I do?
You did fantastic, because I didn't even know that was Winona Ryder
as
Bridget. Winona Ryder.
Wait,
I was
really? You thought it was a different lady?
I didn't know who this lady was why she was telling the story. And then, all the way at the end, when she said it was me, I was like, Winona? Is that you?
Winona.
The makeup. Out of control.
Well, you know who did makeup and effects for this movie, Bridge?
Stan Winston.
Yes, Stan Winston.
We have Tim Burton. We have... Oh, wait. We got to say the movie. The movie is 1990, Tim Burton's film, Edward Scissorhands.
Swing, swing, swing.
Starring Johnny Depp, Winona Ryder.
Wow.
Dianne Wiest. What? Did we figure that out? Wiest?
That's where we're going. I think we should
Part of the Lost Boys carrying over.
Yep.
Danny Elfman's doing the music.
Oh my god.
Stan Winston's doing the prosthetics, doing
Alan
the makeup.
Arkin.
Alan Arkin was a hilarious fucking dad.
Oh my god, I agree.
I can't, though, not see his character the same as Little Miss Sunshine. I don't know how to separate the Little Miss Sunshine character. He just hit that one out of the park.
That's fair. Yeah, this kind of felt like a movie that you could also watch around Christmas, even though it's not a Christmas movie. I feel like it was like Nightmare Before Christmas. It was both a little bit.
There was snow.
There was a Christmas tree.
There was a Christmas tree. I mean, this kind of falls into that Die Hard thing of is it a Christmas movie?
Right.
Wow, but the attempt was supposed to be a spoopy movie.
I mean, it is, kind of spoopy, but, there's a lot happening. I think it's my synopsis, by the way. So...
Snip to you.
Okay. Snip, I'm ready. Okay. So, this is about a man thing named Edward Scissorhands.
What?
He is what he sounds like. Edward is a man who has scissor hands. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that's weird. And he lives in a Dracula castle, and nobody knows he lives there. And then Dianne Wiest is a mom in a neighborhood, and she's like, hey, it's the 90s. I am... Oh, my God, the picture you sent.
This whole movie was inspired by
a drawing?
Tim Burton's high school drawing.
Oh, my God.
Look at this. That man was creepy from high school.
That looks just like Johnny Depp, by the way. So, typecasting. But Dianne Wiest, she is an Avon lady.
I tell you.
People don't forget Avon.
And that's not the horror show.
That for real. all the housewives stuff was kind of scary.
Terrifying.
But when you sell Avon, you run out of clients. So she's like, why don't I go to Dracula's castle and see who lives there? Literally have never thought about this place before in my life. It's down the road. Let me go in there. And she finds Edward. And because it's Dianne Wiest, she's like, well, you're alone up here. The only suitable thing to do is to adopt you. And now you live with me. And he's just like, okay. And, okay. They live in a neighborhood. I don't know, like, what? Is it modern day? Like, for 90s? Is it 50s, 60s?
I think it was modern day, but with, like, the Tim Burton spin, of, like...
Yeah.
I don't,
Every house looked like an Easter egg.
Weird, funky, over the top.
Pastel colors. And
yeah. He's like, this is the suburbs. Isn't it awful? Look at the color. It's terrible.
I liked some of the colors, but I did not like the horny housewives because everybody's husband goes to work and all the wives stay home and don't work. And that's why I was like, what's happening? And because they're all home alone women, they're bored. So they're like, whoa, who's that guy that Dianne Wiest brought home? Like, let's go figure it out. And, yeah. And then everybody kind of like, okay. I kept thinking about my job, first of all, with this movie. Because I was like, what would happen if we had a little child with Scissorhands? We'd have to give them an individualized education plan to support their disability and help them access curriculum. But I do feel like this movie, in a weird way, like, in a very weird way, did depict probably what it's like if you do have some type of physical disability. And because it's kind of like, everyone's like, ooh, it's different. Like, let's be involved. I want to know more. And it's like, okay, that's like people being nosy. And then in Edward's case, because he's got Scissorhands, he can like do cool gardening and like do like sculptures out of bushes. And then everyone's like, I want that. Like, let's exploit Edward and his talent. And then he does haircuts and dog haircuts, and everybody just wants to hang out with him because he's like bright and shiny and new.
He's pretty talented too.
And he gets taken advantage of a number of times, which I was also like, statistically, that does happen more individuals with disabilities. Oh no. Okay, there's also Winona Ryder, who I feel like she doesn't come into the movie until like we're halfway through, and I was like, oh, that's a choice. And she is Dianne Wiest's daughter, who's a teenager, and Edward, he's an emo kid. He gets the feels. If My Chemical Romance had music at this time, he'd be blasting it. Okay.
Oh, blasting it.
Blasting it, going to the concerts. And there's basically kind of like a weird little love story between them, even though they don't really like, have conversations or shared values for all we know. So... But, she's got a boyfriend, and he sucks, and he's Ducky from that one, what's her name movie? Molly Ringwald movie. Yeah.
He's not Ducky.
Oh,
he was the guy from
Ducky.
The Breakfast Club.
You're right.
Who brought the gun into school.
The nerd guy.
The nerd.
I'm sorry, he's not Ducky. You're right.
Because he's mean in this movie. Oh my God, what a bully.
Like, so scary.
He's terrifying.
Basically, he hates Edward, and through a weird, stupid string of events, everyone thinks Edward is a criminal, even though he's framed multiple times. And then they think he's a murderer, and they're just like, you're a danger to society, get the hell out. And then everybody turns on him, even though they liked him yesterday, they hate him today. And then, in the end, he runs away to his castle, but then so does Winona Ryder. And then so does the other guy. And then he does kill a man. But Winona's like, it's cool, because I'm going to pretend you died. And we're going to trick everybody. And no one's going to fingerprint shit. And then I'm going to get old and tell grandkids this story. And that's what happens. So, it was an interesting movie.
I didn't love the end.
The end was, like, weird, because I'm like, this is, like, he's just like, what is he eating up there? Like, where do you get those ice blocks also, that he's, like, sculpting ice blocks at the end of the movie? I had questions. But, you know, Tim Burton.
I mean, it's an absolute perfect synopsis. I still just don't like the story.
Yeah, there were definitely, like, parts that I was like, something's weird. Something's missing. I just, like, it kind of sucks for Edward. I'm like, so he's just, like, has a sad life and then has this moment where he thinks his life won't be sad and lonely, but then it immediately goes back to being that, even though it's not his fault? Huh? What do you mean, Tim Burton? Like, why you do that to me?
Here's the other thing. Was he an actual person?
Okay.
Or was he a robot?
Oh.
Because he bled like a person.
He did. He had skin and eyes.
But, like, why did he have scissor hands?
Well, Bridge,
They never explained it.
They don't, and in this one sentence, it does say he's an artificial man.
Yeah.
So maybe that is like I feel like he was a robot originally, and then he somehow got turned into not a robot.
His newly creative artificial human with scissors. So so is this an AI?
No! No wonder he was so awkward, and they didn't want to show his hands, because that's the giveaway. Oh my god. Oh yeah, and Vincent Price plays his, like, creator, who's, like, a kooky old mad scientist that, like, is turning him into what he looks like, but then before he's about to give him hands, the guy dies.
Yeah, that's all. So we learn, like, hey, AI, instead of you just having no hands, we constructed these insane scissor hands. So it's just temporary. Just temp. You know, it's like, I don't know, we didn't, like, what's the thing in hair dye? Toner. We just forgot. We're almost going to get to the toner.
Yes.
And then he fucking dies.
Yeah, that's what happened.
It was so weird. He had no special AI powers like we think of a robot.
No.
He could barely eat with his scissor hands. All he did was cut himself.
What was he eating for 18 years?
In the living goddamn hell did they have a waterbed that he kept puncturing? And he didn't talk a lot.
The questions mount. I really wanted to look up to see how many lines of dialogue.
150 words.
Oh my god! That's... I don't have a frame of reference, but I'm
very,
sure that's
very little.
Very little. I mean, he's the main character. He's in so much of it. And yeah, he's usually just looking like kind of constipated, Johnny Depp with, I'm sorry, I'm just saying it because we're all thinking it, you know, with the white makeup and...
Nightmare on Elm Street, right? He was in that.
Oh yeah, 80s.
That was in the 80s. And that kind of like, remember when they said that he got that film because he looked like he was like a drug addict kind of guy?
Yeah.
And he just has these eyes that make him look like a drug addict.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And then he did 21 Jump Street, was like the TV show he was a part of.
Yep.
And then this was him and Tim Burton's first collab.
Ooh.
Their first love affair, if you will.
Ooh.
Yeah. So then he's been in like so many fucking Tim Burton movies.
Here's what I did absolutely fucking love, though. This movie comes on, and I'm like, oh, freshness. Tim Burton, you bring originality.
Yeah.
You bring great fucking beautiful sets. Colors are funky. The music is funky. And he just did so well up into that climax, and they just couldn't land it. They couldn't land the plane. And I'm like, damn. This was, like, really good until it wasn't. And then I just was like, this is dark as fuck that he kills the guy.
Kills him! Yeah. There's death. Real death, not fake death. It's real. We never see that kid's parents and how they reacted.
I was thinking... So the housewives show up to the death, and they're like, well, I guess if Edward's dead too, it's good. I'm like, a child is dead in front of you.
Case closed, right.
They're like, we gotta go home. I'm like, excuse me?
When we started the movie also, it's kind of like we see old Winona, and then she's telling the story to her granddaughter. And, like, part of the story, when she starts, is talking about her mom, who is the Dianne Wiest character. And that's where you're getting, like, the tour of the neighborhood and a little bit of, like, meeting some of the housewives. And so you're like, okay, like, all these women are home. They're all, like, different personality women. Mm-hmm. And then one who was, like, the really horny lady, I literally was like, is this a porn? Am I about to watch a porn in this 90s Tim Burton movie? Because it's like a plumber, and she's like, you got a wrench for my pipe? It's like,
not only that, but when Dianne Wiest comes to sell makeup, she's like, do you not see the car in the fucking driveway? And slams it. I was like, I don't understand why we don't have vibrators to sell, because
that's the question.
Dianne Wiest would be killing it in that neighborhood.
She would have won the cruise, the free cruise trip.
They don't need makeup.
All those people can get.
Yeah,
she would have won the car.
She would be killing it.
Yes. Yeah, well, no, she has to go to the castle bridge.
Also,
the castle, it's right there. There it is.
In this cast, I know it's not the Pine Sol lady, but it was like a lady that I'm like, who?
I know exactly who you're talking
is this
about.
lady?
Oh my god, I know exactly who you're talking about. She is definitely like a character actress. The one who had like the rollers in her hair.
Conchata Ferrell. Yeah, she's always been in like weird TV shit. 2.5 Men. She was in Erin Brockovich. And I'm always like, they're interesting.
Helen. Was she in Beetlejuice? Why do I think that? Doesn't she just look like she'd be in Beetlejuice?
She does. Oh. Kathy Baker is the horny housewife.
She was out of control, and she did need a vibrator. This could have all been avoided if we had a vibrator.
Oh my God.
But we don't, so we go to the spoopy castle, and fucking Dianne Wiest bridge. I kept thinking about, like, the joke you made when we were doing the Lost Boys, where you're like, Dianne, this is not, like, you're in the wrong movie. Like, I don't know what you're doing here.
She keeps being put in the wrong movie.
I felt like that with this, where I was like, okay, I know it's done on purpose, where she's like wearing like a pink pastel pantsuit and going into like...
say that 5 times fast.
Pink pastel pantsuit. Pink... Okay, do it. But she just like busts into this creepy ass castle. She's like, hello, Avon! It's your Avon lady! I was like, you are gonna get murdered, ma'am. Like, they didn't teach you this in the Ponzi scheme you signed up for? No? Okay. Good luck with that.
Okay. Fun fact a little bit. Johnny Depp was recommended for this movie because Winona Ryder was dating him.
So she dated him before this movie? Because I was curious if this is where they met.
That's what I thought, but no.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's great at looking confused, and I mean, so she discovers him like in the attic, standing in the dark. She doesn't worry she's gonna get murdered, and her first question is, where are your parents? Dianne, there's a hole in the roof, there's dust fucking everywhere. This
and he has scissors for hands.
With scissor hands. And your first question is, where are the adults? I mean, come on, who's keeping the lights on in here? Jeez. And I don't think he answers that. And she just jumps right into, you know, a chunk from the Goonies move where she's like, you're going to live with me now. I'm your mommy now. Okay?
Oh my
you
God.
didn't ask for it, but this is what's happening. And he's just like, okay.
Oh my God.
I wrote a line that said, emo kid on the block, everybody call everybody! Because that's kind of what happens. All the housewives are like, who is that man who looks like he got electrocuted and he came from Hot Topic, and who is he?
And this is when I was like, what era is it? Because they kept calling her landline and she like turned off her voicemail.
Right.
Like she like made them all go to voicemail and they were like, how dare you not invite us to meet him?
Yeah.
Like, Peg, I can't believe it, Peg. You're so rude. And Peg is like, why won't you buy my lipstick? I'm literally
starving.
starving.
To your house before and everybody ignored me. Yeah, I didn't know also what Alan Arkin's job was, because all we learn about him is when she's showing Edward, like, her family photos. She goes, that's my husband. He's a champion bowler. And I was like, okay, but where is he 9 to 5? Do you know? Is he just bowling and not, like, is that why you have to work to make a living?
Alan Arkin.
Oh my God.
He always plays this bizarre, like, he's always the voice of reason in the most bizarre way, which I kept being like, how old is Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah.
Because he's getting, like, a 17-year-old, and he's in love. Is he 17? Because then Alan Arkin is giving a 17-year-old, like, whiskey. And I'm trying to, and then the housewife lady is, like, trying to, like, rape a 17-year-old. I didn't understand what was happening. But we definitely didn't want to talk about that, so we never did.
Nope. Nope. There's just a lot of weird jokes made at Edward's expense. And if he is underage, it's even fucking worse. Mm-hmm. I did love, though, like, with Alan Arkin's character, and, like, kind of Dianne Wiest, too, I guess. It was almost just, like, radical acceptance. Like, they're both just like, well, now we live with the Scissorhand guy. This is where he lives now. Don't worry. It's all normal. And, like, Alan Arkin's like, oh, Edward, you trimming the bushes. That's crazy. And then he's like, you do you. And I'm like, okay, so no one's, like, afraid. Like, we're all just like, well, there it is. This is life. It's all okay.
Radical acceptance is a perfect description.
Yeah.
And also, I was a little like Winona Ryder, where she was like, who the fuck is in my bedroom?
Yeah, well.
What's happening?
That is her. Okay, but I'm telling you, I don't know if you felt this way. I feel like she was not in the movie until, like, the last, like, 40 minutes.
Totally.
Because he goes to live with the family. He starts cutting bushes. And then I think he even starts cutting hair and, like, literally getting into that before she then appears. And the whole thing that the mom says was like, oh, she was away on a camping trip. I was like, how long was the camping trip? And, like, where was it? And, like, what's happening? And yeah, you know, it's just a bad meet cute. He's laying in her bed and he says no words, and then she screams bloody murder. And I was like, that's the reaction we should have. But
I agree with her. I was like, what the fuck? And then Dianne Wiest is like, come on, honey. Just come say hello.
Don't be afraid of the scissor man. Come on.
I'm like, what?
Yep. I also love how Alan Arkin is like, okay, I don't know. We don't know timelines, but he kind of felt like a boomer dad because he's like, Edward, are you charging money for your skills? Are you making this a side hustle? Are you being a girl boss?
Like what was that blank check where the dad is like, do you see your brother's actually making money in this household?
Listen, you're 8 now. You need a full-time income. Yeah, that's like a big, I feel like that becomes a plot point where they're like, well, in order for Edward to have his own business, we need to, like, garner more attention outside this neighborhood. And, like, women are, like, literally having orgasms over his haircuts. And so everyone in the neighborhood has, like, crazy haircuts.
Okay.
And it was
I want to tell you.
Tell me about the hair, Bridge, because I
know
you got opinions.
I gotta talk about the hair.
Let me hear them.
Our mom used
to
go to a dude named Mimo, who has since passed, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Mimo Colorissimo.
Yes, they're still there, but...
He used to have these magazines that were very, like, hair fashion magazines.
Oh, God, I know exactly what you're saying.
And every time you would open the magazine, I would look at the haircuts, and I would truly, truly, in my heart of hearts, be like, these are the ugliest haircuts I've ever seen in my life. And I know this is not Mimo's haircuts, but why does he think that... like, someone will come in for high fashion inspiration for, like, a runway model. Because that's what they all looked like. They all turned into, like, runway models.
Yep.
And had, like, asymmetrical bobs and, like, what you'd see a runway model. And I just was like, this is really cool, but also... it only is really cool because they all went for it.
Yeah.
And, I just was like...
I mean, listen, they should have had a fucking fashion show because...
God, right?
Every woman got her hair cut. And also, all of the husbands are just like, pah! That's crazy. Anyway, and I was like, wait, nobody has objections to... everything happening. All your dogs are getting weird haircuts too. All the bushes are
I can't.
Crazy shape. I mean, that is a cool skill. People who can make a bush look like
so
a dinosaur
cool.
or whatever. Like that.
So
I'm
cool.
like, if I had money, I'd pay for that because, yeah, that's just like talent. But, you know, Dianne Wiest is like, listen, my husband said you need to get a job, apparently. So let's go on daytime television. And this is another part that, like, made me, I don't know, just think of, like, any person that has, like, either disability, a handicap, like, something that is, like, not common but falls in that category. I feel like they do end up on daytime TV. And I was like, oh my God, this is like, this is like kind of real. Like some of the stuff that happened in this, I was like, I do feel like this would happen if there was a man with scissor hands.
Okay, but that's what I didn't like. So you end up liking Edward. You're like, he's got a good heart. He's doing the right thing. Michael Hall, whatever the fuck that character is.
Wait, his name was Jim.
Anthony Michael Hall, named Jim, is a dickhead, and he's doing the right thing.
Dick
and
boyfriend.
And then you're like, yeah, I'm rooting for him. And then he just like ends up with a shitty end of life. He like kills the dude, and then is like back in sadness. I'm like, why? Why did he go through all that?
Yeah, that's a great fucking question, Bridge, and nobody answers it.
Okay.
He even gets electrocuted on this daytime TV show. Also, I want to point out, there are multiple people, all different random characters, who say to Edward, they're like, I know a doctor that could, like change you. And again, like, there are some people who might have some type of, like, physical whatever, that they'd be like, oh my God, yay, like, let's change me. But then there's other people who are like, that's my identity. And, like, we didn't really get into identity stuff with Edward. He definitely wanted hands, okay? But I'm just saying.
He wanted to eat. And he couldn't eat with his scissors.
But, I just, like, I don't know. There's so many other directions this movie could have gone in, and I felt like there were just, like, little pieces, and I was like, oh, that's, like, probably, like, would happen, or, like, oh, okay, like, I see that, I see the progression, let's go team.
That's why I just wanted a happy ending, you know?
Yeah. Well, and then even, like, they're like, all right, let's go to the bank to try to get a loan. And, like, the guy at the bank is like, yeah, crazy about your hands. Anyway, you have no credit, so no loan for you. And he goes, but if you get a car, you can get a handicap parking sticker. Like, nobody is even like, don't drive, Edward. You have scissor hands. They're all like, you know, you can live life. And again, the psychologist in me was a little like, he can do lots of things, guys. We can figure out a way for him to drive a car. Like, we can do it. That's not the point of the movie at all.
It's not, but I hear it. You feel it. You're watching it. All of that subliminal, or subconscious messaging is there, and you're all thinking, absolutely, this is fucking terrible.
I was gonna say, even the part with Winona's fucking boyfriend, Jim, where he's like, hey, my dad, like, I don't even know what the fuck they were doing. They were breaking into his own house, and they were going to use Edward because his scissor hands can, like, pick locks. So he's like, let's get Edward to, like, break in. And then they do that, but then they get caught, but it's not them who gets caught. They, like, ditch Edward. And Winona's like, no, don't do that. And I was like, okay, yet again, the children with disabilities are getting exploited. They're getting used. Yeah. And then the police show up, and again, I was nervous. We were going to get too real police brutality, and we almost do. They literally almost shoot him because they're like, those are weapons. And I'm like, where the fuck have you guys been the past couple days? You don't know about the haircuts? You don't know about the topiaries? You don't know about the daytime TV visit? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then everyone's like, hey, that's Edward.
Thank God.
We know him. And the police are like, all right, I guess that's fucking fine. I don't know. Like, what's happening?
Well, because they kept being, okay, fair, right? Out of context. They're like, the man has knives in his hands.
Put
the knives down. And then he doesn't say anything, and he keeps coming closer. And they're like, sir, put the knives down. And he keeps getting closer. And they're like, so we're going to have to shoot you if you keep coming closer. And so I was, like, anxious. I was like, are they really going to shoot him right now? I didn't remember this part. And yeah, and one of the, like, super horny housewives came to help.
You know, Edward needed some speech therapy to help him speak more. project and, be clear in his words, because he didn't use those words. And he could have said, "These are my hands." And he didn't.
He didn't.
He didn't. He just kept walking forward. But the good news about Edward not speaking is he doesn't snitch on Winona.
No, he doesn't. He loves her.
He loves her. And then she literally, confronts him, and she's like, "Why didn't you tell?" And he's like, I don't think he says anything, actually, now that I bring that up. Does he fucking say, I don't know. He's probably just like, "I'm into you."
He kind of says in different contexts is he's not nice to you, or I would do that, or he basically is like, I totally want you.
Your boyfriend blows.
Also, they just stare at each other, and there's in real life, have you ever seen that award show where it's after they've broken up and they just stare at each other?
Yes.
And I was like, you guys are intense.
Yeah, they got a lot of stares happening
they
between
got
them.
A lot of something. Yeah.
Yep. And then I believe now it's fucking Christmas time. And Edward, they have a block of ice. Where the fuck?
How did they get it?
Does one order?
Where's it come from?
A block of ice. Who
I don't
delivers
know.
that? Who makes that?
I don't know.
It's not an ice tray, I'll tell you that. But he cuts the ice, which then makes it look like it's snowing, and then he's shaping the ice block into Winona dancing in a dress. And then she's dancing in a dress. And that's
adorable.
Cute. Yeah.
I honestly found him to be a talented artist.
He what? Well, I was gonna say,
just
Bridge,
was like,
you're the
this
expert,
is incredible.
So, yeah. Would you put it in the Louvre?
Absolutely.
Or what's that called? Did I say that right? Louvre?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Winona does break up with Jim. I don't know why it took her so long.
He sucked. And first of all, shame on her for doing the whole getting Edward and doing the plot. She was, as you say, a bystander.
She was a fucking bystander.
And needed to be an upstander,
yes.
as you said.
Yep. She dumps Jim, and then he's like, "Well, I don't like it." And then he, something happens where I think Edward accidentally cuts Winona's, hand. And it's in this ice block scene. And then Jim is there, and he's like, "You attacked her! Get the fuck out of here!"
He's
and
so
then
MAGA-coded.
Oh my god, he absolutely would have his own male-centered podcast about his beliefs on American women.
Yep, definitely.
It would be the worst. Edward runs away, and honestly, maybe that's what I do too if I was confronted with a man like that.
Same.
I don't know. I'm scared.
Running.
He's a scary guy. And fucking Arkin is like, "Edward, where you going?" Edward's running away.
Did Alan Arkin's character have a hearing problem?
I wish.
As a personality trait? Because I feel like that happened multiple times. Where he's
that's
turn off
why
the
I was
radio. I can't hear it. Where's that Edward going? I'm like, you just watched an epic Alan Arkin, what, are you drunk?
Oh, maybe he did have a hearing problem. I didn't even think of that. That's a good point.
Weird.
I just thought he was spacey. He's all right, we got the scissor kid. I don't care. Does he have a job? Whatever. Let him hang. But this then is where we start to turn, because Edward's pissed. He's pissed, and he goes and pranks. I don't really know why he felt the need to prank. There's a uber religious woman who's he's the devil and I love Jesus, and then he cuts her bush in the shape of a devil.
That sounds sexual.
I know exactly
it's her
how
actual front
I'm
yard.
So sorry.
Actual bush, not her body
outside
bush.
Yard bush.
Yep. Yes, outside yard bush.
Not the inside bush. I didn't really get that. I was like, damn, is this Edward's villain origin story? But then it's really not, because he's then just fucking emo, wah, I'm alone. I was like, Edward, why'd you do that? I mean, I giggled, but tell me more. With your words, sir.
I know.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. When all that's going down, I'm like, okay, big climax. What are they going to do with this?
What are they going to do?
Obviously, we want him to end up with Winona. I wish they would have spent more time on their, he's AI and doesn't have an age. And he's not really a person. And so, Winona, you're going to get old and he's not going to like you.
Yeah.
because you're gonna get old, and it's like Peter Pan. I'd be like, okay, I'm following. We never talked anything about that. And then even with the crazy scary dude, so this is the perfect moment for an Elizabethtown road trip, right?
Oh.
To get out of here, to go see the world, to
Edward
go to
in
a
car.
doctor. He could have gone to a doctor and got hands. So like all the critiques, I think, are how we felt, which is like, Tim Burton, you made this like super original, cool fucking thing, vibe, everything. You just couldn't end it?
Yeah.
You were right there, dude.
It felt like a little like Frankenstein, because it's like, okay, he's like made up of random parts and he's like a monster, but he has a heart and he's just misunderstood even though he does murder someone. And then it's like, okay, well, we just gotta abandon him and like pretend he's dead at the end. Mm-hmm. But it was different because this was like kind of a love story, and like,
yeah,
I don't know, Dianne Wiest was there, and like, why are we gonna do it? We're all gonna need therapy after this, you know?
Well, even Winona, like, watching him kill Jim and then being like, don't worry, I got you. I'm like, do you? What?
Do you?
I feel like you should just tell the truth, which is...
She just takes out, like, a fucking scissor. It's like the Freddy, like, knife fingers, which is like, guys, you see evidence? And they're all like, well, I guess so. Crazy.
I'll tell you, your follow-up to Little Miss Sunshine as the lawyer to take down beauty pageants.
Yes.
As much as I don't like Jim and his death, I feel like you would be a really good detective to be like
private investigator.
He's still alive.
Yep.
And
he's
look at
literally
the bushes.
Right there.
He's like, he's not hiding.
Walk in. Right.
And I guess Jim's parents are just A-okay with being murdered, and they're definitely not if they're the vengeful people that like have a secret room in their house that they hide from their own son. So yeah,
I know the whole ending also felt like it escalated very fucking quickly, because it's like Edward's emo runs away, the po-po are looking for him. Then a drunk driver almost hits Winona's little brother, but Edward saves him, but then Edward scratches his face, and then everyone thinks that Edward attacked him, and then they chase Edward, and then he goes in the castle, and then Jim follows him with a gun! There's firearms in this movie!
Crazy.
Yeah, Jim dies. And then Winona goes, I love you. It's like, girl,
Excuse me.
Are you sure about that?
Excuse me.
It's okay to say I'm interested. That's a big L word you
big
just dropped,
L word.
So.
Without a lot of, it's very Love Actually. Like, do you even know each other?
It's so, he is the biggest fucking cardboard cutout.
He's a cardboard cutout.
With scissor hands.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then that's when at the end of the movie, the granddaughter who's like hearing all this bullshit, she's like, so how do you know he's like still alive? And that's where she's like, well, because of the snow.
I hated it.
And then it cuts to Edward with 80 ice blocks, and I was like, who's delivering that? Amazon. And then it ends, and you're like, yay? I don't...
This is my question to you. Are you watching this or not?
If I took an edible, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
And fell asleep before the end.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Because
I'll do that.
It was 10 out of 10 till the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. I was like, this is fun. Some scenes I didn't like, but I'm like, no. This is still batting average high. Then it just... And I thought, I don't want to watch this again. I want to watch clips of it, like it's on Instagram or TikTok.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's the 35th anniversary this year.
Oh, wow. That is math.
But, yeah, I think it's a no for me.
I like the sets. I like it's funny in like a weird way, but I just feel like there's better Tim Burton movies.
There are better Tim Burton movies.
I wonder if the movie that came after this one, if it was Nightmare Before Christmas. And I know Tim Burton didn't technically direct that, but it like basically was his fucking movie. Because there were like statues and just like imagery in this movie that I'm like, oh, that like he literally copy pasted and put in like Nightmare on Elm Street. Like some of the flashbacks with Vincent Price, there were like certain robots that were like definitely reused as characters in Nightmare on Nightmare Before Christmas.
Pee-wee Pee-wee's Big Adventure is 1985.
It's the 80s,
Beetlejuice is the 88. Batman is 89.
Oh, yeah.
And then Edward Scissorhands 90. Then we get to 94 is the next one, which Ed Wood, I don't know. Mars Attacks is 1996. Sleepy Hollow is 1999. Planet Apes, Big Fish, 203.
My God,
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Planet of the Apes. We should do that movie someday. With
When
Mark
is
Wahlberg.
A Nightmare Before Christmas?
Nightmare Before Christmas was 1993, the best year for movies.
So he was just kind of chilling. He was not really...
Yeah.
He does have very funky movies.
You know, do you feel like he also designed Edward Scissorhands' hair?
Yes.
Like how he designs his hair? Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay,
I think he wanted it to be like, if everybody was open to cool hair, I wouldn't get made fun of.
Another question. Do you think Hot Topic would exist without Edward Scissorhands?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Same with Spencer's Gifts.
Pretty iconic. Yeah, well.
And Scissorhands.
All those safety pins, you know?
Absolutely.
Black leather and safety pins, yeah. Yeah, well, all right. Listen, we did it. Does anyone like this movie? Anyone a big Edward Scissorhands fan?
A lot of people like it. I just help us on the ending. And also give us Portland recommendations, you know?
Yes, do that. All right, well, it's still the month of October. And it's my pick.
Whoa.
And we are about to do another weird...
Spoop
movie.
to the doop, to spoop to doop,
yeah,
to
I don't think this one is scary.
Okay.
We're going to the 70s, Bridge.
Oh! And you don't think it's scary?
I don't think it's scary.
That better be true.
Okay. I think it's more funny. Also, it's a musical. We have done movies with some of these.
Wait a second. I'm going to guess
actress.
this.
Okay.
I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. And it's because I was thinking of doing it, but I've never really seen it, but I know you've seen it. Is this the Rocky Horror Picture?
Yes! Rocky Horror Picture.
Yeah! I have never seen this.
Ever?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you gonna learn? Where'd you go?
I'm ready.
To a midnight screening somewhere. I'm sure they're doing it somewhere.
Okay.
They do that for this movie.
Okay.
Main star is Tim motherfucking Curry.
Wow.
Is Dr. Frankenfurter. And then Susan Sarandon is here. We got, I don't know, that guy, or Benny. I don't really know anyone else. Oh, Meatloaf is in this movie. People don't forget.
So random.
He does sing a song.
So random. He's in that movie.
Oh, yeah, he's in the movie. He rides a motorcycle. Yeah. I mean, I can't believe I've never seen this. Do you know the Time Warp?
No.
I've
heard of the songs. I also remember in high school you were super into it and you would dress up with your friends.
Excuse me. Please don't start rumors about my high school life. I was not super into this, but I knew about it.
Didn't you dress up and go to films?
That was one time.
Oh, okay.
That was my one and only time, and I was 15.
Okay.
Stop it.
What's wrong with... Wait, is there something wrong with liking this?
No, but you said I was obsessed and I wasn't, so...
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I take it back.
Take it back.
I take it back with Scissorhands.
This is, the one sentence says, a rain-soaked couple take refuge in the castle of a transvestite mad scientist from outer space who is about to unveil his greatest creation. I'm going to be very interested to see how we feel about the PC language, because transvestite is a term that gets used a lot in this movie, because that's part of the plot. So it's not just I don't know. It is part of the plot, but yeah, we'll see. I think it's the 50th anniversary too, because it came out in 1975. 50th anniversary. Woo!
Wow.
Tim Curry, you son of a bitch. We're gonna watch him dance and sing in heels and tights and a corset. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, Bridge.
Wow.
I just want to say,
I'm ready. If
your daughter came home when she was much older and she said, "Mom, I'm in love. It's a guy with scissor hands." I know you would be a loving, supportive mom.
I would.
Whatever way you thought was best. But somehow I would also appear. And I'd say, listen, let's talk more about that.
Oh my god.
Let's talk about what does that L word mean? Also, does the Scissorhand man need some therapies, speech, counseling. What do we think? IEP. He's older now, but like, hey, it's okay, you know?
Totally.
And I would do that for you and for baby Kate and for this fictional Scissorhand man.
Oh God,
mainly for you because I love you. Yep.
Kate,
Bridget.
if you were wondering about the downsides of AI, right?
I'm always wondering about that. Yep.
And you were trying to convince others, and you're looking for really good ways to showcase exciting educational content, to stop bullying, to stop peer pressuring, to treat people who are different than you. I feel like you could combine all of those things by taking edits from this movie and sharing it in your school. And I would want to help you do that. And I think I got lost in my plot right there.
Editing, yes.
But I'm going to do something for you in that process. I just don't know what it was.
Okay. You can just
Can you edit what I just said?
I'll try. Listen, as we're learning, a lot of these fucking nostalgic movies have lots of opportunities for social skills.
Oh my God.
Okay?
Ain't that the truth?
And listeners, if you also would want Edward to have an IEP, okay?
We all would.
In needing some accommodations, all right?
We all would.
Doesn't have fucking hands, so. And if you think that Hot Topic was born from this movie, is this a Tim Burton origin story and we're not connecting the dots?
Ooh, I love that.
Okay. Who knows?
Love that.
And if you think that this ending should have been different, does anyone want to submit a new ending?
Yeah, submit a new ending.
What do you guys think? Yeah, because
we could do it.
I like the road trip Elizabethtown idea, and then I want him to wear like the strawberry bonnet that like fucking Kristen, what's her name?
Kirsten
Dunst wears at the end. I just want him to be wearing that in like a carnival, like looking confused. And
I love it.
Oh my God. Yes, if you think all that, you should write us a review. We love reviews. Woo! We love written reviews. You can review us on Apple Podcasts, along with some other podcasting apps. We also have a website, sisterswhoseenit.com. On our website, you can request a movie. So there's a form you can fill out. Your request goes on a list, and we look at the list every now and then, and we will do it eventually. And Bridge, what else can they do on our website?
They can give us money.
Woo!
Which will go to the ending, filming the new ending.
It will.
They can buy merchandise.
Yes.
We don't sell scissors.
We probably won't, so look elsewhere for that, you guys.
I am ready for someone to wear this for a Halloween costume, because it is an epic Halloween costume.
I know, I feel like the emo kids. I'm like, y'all dress like this already.
Pretty cool.
Okay, I went to high school with boys wwho had Edward Scissorhands haircuts. I'm dead serious.
I love it.
And they were not Edward Scissorhands. So
I love it.
Yes. So check all that out, listeners. And we hope to hear from you. All right.
Alrighty.
Well, we'll see y'all next week for the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's just a step to the left.
Oh.
And then a jump to the right.
Okay.
Put your hands on your hips.
I'm
bring them in real tight.
Oh, I'm doing it.
And then you swing them around.
Oh.
Let's do
the time warp
again. We'll learn the dance. We'll learn the dance.
Okay.
The movie teaches us the dance. We'll learn the dance.
Wow, okay. I can't wait to see Timmy.
Timmy, I love him.
I love you. I love the listeners. And I thought Beetlejuice would be... I thought Edward Scissorhands would be better. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I thought it would be better. But we did it.
We did it.
All right.
Okay. I love you.
Bye-bye. I love you. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Sisters Who've Seen It. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our website at sisterswhoseenit.com, where you can email us, request movies to be reviewed, and keep up to date with all things sisters. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next week.